This is no ordinary rusty old barn. It's a rusty new barn and it's up for an award. This is Wolds Barn. The top half is made from core 10 or weathering steel. The bottom half is made from chunky concrete and black laminate cladding. It's a smorgasbord of different materials, which the RIBA judges admired for the way they were put together. It's home to Henry, a civil engineer, Jen, who works in finance, and their young children, Percy, who's 2, and Pippa, who's just 8 months. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I'm admiring your house.
Thank you very much.
As you walk round it, those shapes really, they sort of contort, don't they?
Yes.
And this is one heck of an overhang.
Yeah, it takes you back a bit, doesn't it?
Well, it certainly does. Well, it pulls you in. In a sensitive rural area like this, their architects told them, the only way they would be allowed to build a new home was if it were of exceptional quality, under a planning law called Paragraph 55, now known as Paragraph 80.
From the first meeting I had with them, they were just like, you've got no chance of getting what you wanted through. And then they said, but we could go down the route to the Paragraph 55.
And you have 5%.
And you have 5% chance of getting it through.
Or a 95% chance of failure. But they defied the odds with a house that's remarkable, down to the smallest details. And you see, I've seen this happen, but not where the pocket is inside a concrete wall. That looks good. And boy, does it open this up. Head inside to discover that this is the home of beautifully crafted concrete. A chunky concrete island unit and a generous concrete chimney breast, all proudly wearing the marks of the formwork that made them. Here, the adults can sit and enjoy this remarkable minimalist interior. Upstairs takes you inside the rusty steel barn part of the house, cleverly designed to take in the best of the landscape around. Wow, that is some view both ways. It's quite something.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms long. Here, off the main corridor, are all the bedrooms. The main one housed in the cantilevered pod. And the children's rooms further along. Each door lines up with a window, so you get that view out.
Instantly, yeah.
I love that. The corridor leads you gently to the best view of all. And the field. I mean, your property stops like just there. Yeah.
And the look out there when the barley's in the field as well, it's like whistling around and rustling around, and it's just catching all the sunlight. It looks absolutely mega.
That's magical. But constructing Wolds Barn was anything but. There was no chalk bedrock to fix the foundations into, to stop the house sinking into the ground.
Stuck a couple of boreholes in the ground and even got down to 20 metres and we hadn't even hit any chalk. So
What were you going through?
Running sand and natural springs that were in the excavation.
So you're on a tributary to the Humber here, are you? I mean, is that what it is?
It felt like it at some points. It was literally gushing in. It was a nightmare to try and control.
Oh my goodness me! So how did you resolve this? Have you built a raft for the building to sit on?
No,
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Well, it had to be piled.
Henry's team had to put 99 concrete supporting posts, or piles, for the building, 19 metres deep into the ground. The foundations blew a quarter of their budget. Then, when it came to building above ground, they used a local builder whose first response when he saw the plans was,
"Oh dear." It was an head scratcher. It was something we don't come across very often, not on a house. And it was challenging. It was very challenging.
one of the biggest challenges lay in pouring the concrete into the formwork.
It was so awkward in places because there was nothing we could hold it against. Everything was freestanding. Yeah, it was challenging. A lot of it was a wing and a prayer to start with. But, you know, but my therapist says I'm doing all right now, you know.
It may have been stressful to build, but now that it's finished, Wolds Barn is exceptional. exceptional in its geometrical design that's sympathetic to its landscape, exceptional in its craftsmanship that elevates ordinary materials, and exceptional for the people who are brave enough to build it in the first place.
Where is it?
So for you or I, a building like this is something to, well, to gawp at, to enjoy, maybe even to visit and experience. But for Henry and Jen, of course, well, this, this has been something of a marker along the way for them, both a destination, but also the jumping off point for a new life. And they embarked on this rather extraordinary journey, hand in hand with their planners and their architects, stepping into the unknown. And to do that, what did they need? Well, most of all, what they needed was an open mind, a readiness to accept the excitement of the adventure. So